Here we are, another day of the 15 Minutes of Fame. My name is Goldie. Today, I am joined with a now becoming a longtime friend. We're merging into the longtime friend years. Mr. Doug Lewis. Doug Lewis is a longtime friend of skiing. Announcing he's an Olympian athlete. You've probably been on the ski team. You're going to have to tell me that one for sure.
8 years.
8 years of that. And you have, I had the chance to speak with Mr. Peter Graves. I'm sure you're aware of this gentleman. Mr. Graves. And we discussed history of skiers. You belong in that history. So, Doug Lewis, take it away. Tell me who you are. Where are you coming from? Short history about you. We'll get caught up and start having your 15 minutes of fame.
Born and raised in Middlebury, Vermont, one of 4 kids. Started skiing when I was 2. If you asked me at age 8 what I wanted to be, I was that kid with the snowmobile suit on, one piece that said, I'm going to go to the Olympics and be on the U.S. ski team. So caught the bug early of skiing and committed to it. Made the U.S. ski team when I was 16, which is pretty young. Raced my first World Cup at age 17 in Aspen, Colorado, a little place we like to call Aspen. And I hit a chairlift tower and broke my back in my first ever World Cup race. So not inspiring. Went on from there. 3 years later, I raced in my first Olympics in Sarajevo, 1984. Won the first ever medal for a U.S. skier in the downhill in 1985 at the World Championships. Retired in 1988. As soon as I retired from skiing, I started coaching kids. I have dedicated my life after skiing to inspiring and educating kids. And while doing that, I was trying to push my limits. I skydived for a while. I'm into ultra running. I did the death race. I like to see if I can put myself in dark places and get out of them.
Yeah. And that's what training's all about, to know adversity and then to battle it when it's time to show and be like an Olympian. And by the way, what was that medal?
It was a bronze medal at the World Championships. It's upstairs. I should have brought it down.
It's okay. It's okay. Your head is shining so well that we get you.
The reason I know you, I forgot to put in, is that starting right after I retired, I got into television, and I love the sport of ski racing, and I just love entertaining and educating people who love the sport as well.
Right. And so the way I know Doug and we know each other is Doug Lewis and Peter Graves are the TV hosts for the Birds of Prey and also in Killington for the Ladies World Cup. So when it comes over here to the United States, Doug Lewis and Peter Graves basically hold down the TV station. And I am their limb stuck in the weather out at the stands, just waiting for the call.
Road to Goldie.
And so Doug, with your history timeline in the world of skiing, having seen the Olympics, having seen World Championships, you obviously have a mentality of continuing physical well-being, mental well-being, and being an overall just pretty much a good human and somebody can follow. And you have started and you're wearing the jacket right now. You've started a crew called Elite Team. Yeah. And that team right there can be described by you best. What is Elite Team?
So basically, Elite Team is a group of athletes. We've been doing it for 28 years, believe it or not. So I've had elite teamers who have had elite teamers. Basically, I'm trying to inspire and educate kids on being a complete athlete. People have, the little kids have dreams of being a soccer player or a skier, and they like to practice what they're good at. Well, being a champion, being an Olympian, being a medalist, you got to be a complete athlete. So you got to focus on the physical aspects. You got to focus on the nutritional aspects. And most importantly, the mental aspects. So skiing is important, but you have to have all those other pieces to become a champion. So I'm trying to plant those seeds early to kids to think about goals, think about how to handle failure, how to embrace stress, how to work on your weaknesses physically, and how to eat right, and how to hydrate right. So when you're in that starting gate, everything is pointed towards the finish and to reach your goals.
And it's so important, especially in ski racing, like F1, like any type of high performance racing. The difference between a winner and a not winner is split seconds. We're talking hundredths, maybe 1 1/100th of a second is the definition of a gold or a silver or vice versa, or however it plays out. But I mean, the difference is it's got to be neck up at that point, because you already know the person next to you or whoever's racing time-wise to you, they've got the physique, they've got the nutrition, they're doing the same things you are. And the last building block right there is the mental and the how you stay strong in that moment. So that leads me to the question of right now. It's what is today? April 15th, 16th, April 16th? I don't know. It's mid-April somewhere, April 16th. And we've been in this lockdown for like 30 days and some change now.
It's crazy.
And so I was saying to you before this phone call, we've got some new light. You can see it on my hands. I've opened the curtains to the studio today because the light is playing so nicely, because we are getting hammered right now. We've got so much snow outside. I can't turn the camera and show you because all the things would fall off the table. But I mean, we've got like 10 inches of snow outside right now. Guys like you and me, we are itching to be out there, right? And it's like go time. Like, this is our stoke level rises. Like, we don't need the coffee. It's just like throw the pants on and go. But now it's like a month and change of being locked indoors, and you've got athletes who are built to be outside. What do you do with your elite team with 30 days and some more to stay all those things? Good on nutrition, good on head up, good on physical. How do you stay connected? What do you do?
Well, for the nutritional side, I lean on the parents a lot. I do post some recipes, but you know, it's eating fresh, it's eating real food, and staying away from packages if you can do it in this crazy time. Mm-hmm. Secondly, one exercise that we put for the kids was reflecting on the ski season that just happened. What went well? What went bad? What am I going to work on for next year? What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? So that reflection helped. And then putting some goals. So that's the sports psych side. But the sports physiology is just getting outside. Luckily, most places, all these kids can get in their backyard, go to a park, go to a trail, social distance, but safely get outside. And that's so important. I can't live if I can't get outside. It's snowing where I am. I ran 5 miles in a blizzard today. It was gnarly. It was a little grit training for sure, but I need to get outside. And it's so important for those kids. And I'm providing online training for those kids. So today's strength, today's aerobic, today's anaerobic, just giving them ideas. And kids, all they need is a plan. You give them a plan, they'll do it.
You know what? Adults do too.
Yeah.
They really, really do.
One thing that's important right now is to stay on that schedule. Get up early, get outside, eat breakfast. If you have a schedule, your day has a meaning and a framework. Because right now, who knows what day it is? Who knows what hour it is? It's really weird. So a schedule is really important.
No, I totally agree. So you've got this team. Where are you right now? Where are you sitting?
Right. I'm in Park City, Utah.
Yep. Okay.
I'm a born and raised Vermonter, but I cash that in for some sun.
Yeah.
Out west. But my camps are everywhere. So I have kids in the East and the West and the Midwest. So it doesn't matter really where you live. And my age group, the golden age for me is 8 to 14. Those are the kids that I just love working with. They'll do anything. They're positive. They listen. And you tell them to do something, they do it. It's awesome.
Okay. So if a parent's got like somebody who just hit that demographic that you're speaking about, and they're like, you know what, honestly, I'm just looking, like, what if the kid just didn't get as lucky as you at 2 years old, right? Like, I didn't discover skiing for me until late. I grew up as a farm kid, but not like a Jackson Hole farm kid where I had a ski resort in my backyard. I was like North Fort Collins, where like the thing in my backyard was poop. Lots and lots of poop. And so with that, if there was an extra couple $100 laying around and you know, if we could go on vacation with that with the family, I guess we would, but it just bought cow feed instead. So some people grow up with skiing in their backyard. Some people don't. How do you engage somebody who doesn't know if they're just looking for, at 8 years old, I started doing backpacking and mountaineering at 8 years old. I loved it, which brought me to when I started skiing, how much love did I have for that? Because now I'm in the mountains on the flip side. It's incredible. How do you engage somebody who doesn't know what they want yet? That's a young age.
Yeah. Well, 8 to 14 is way too early to specialize. There's too much specialization in this world right now, especially in America. My soccer player has got to win at 8 and 9 and 10. At Elite Team, we do 23 different exercises or activities during our week. So they're dancing, they're doing ropes courses, they're running, they're jumping, they're doing hill sprints, they're doing 20 different things, because at that point, your dancing is going to help your skiing. Your obstacle course is going to help you hit a baseball. Everything is related. It's basically, I tell the kids, is you are building your library of moves. We do these things called high knee butt kicks. You can't even imagine what it is, but if you can do a high knee butt kick, you can ski a slalom or jump over a sliding second baseman. It all builds. So do anything. Juggle, get on a unicycle. Try to balance on a slack line. Yeah. Just do something. That's what I'm pushing kids to do.
Right. Yeah. Kind of in a CrossFit mentality. There's not like a specific routine. It's about breaking up the routine and deciding, and that's a really great way to go about it, because some kids are going to be like, wow, I didn't even know it, but I'm like good at this. Yeah. And then all of a sudden they kind of tear off into what they like and what they love. That's incredible. So, okay. So with what we've got, we've still got some time. We got about 3-4 minutes to go. How has the staying at home for like 30 or 40 days so far taught you anything as a leader to these 8 to 14-year-old kids to change anything that you have been doing? What have you adapted to, maybe other than the topical, like, well, now we just do more indoors? Like, it sounded like you started a project and now you're full gas ahead in this Corona time. What is that?
Right. So we have 4 camps scheduled. They're in June and July. Those are still on at this point, but they could be canceled. Okay. We're still working on that, but we've done a 180 degree pivot. So instead of camps, which are live face-to-face, we are now creating an online elite team. So kids U12 to U16 can buy into this program. It has every workout that you want to do for any sport. We just happen to be skiers, but helps any sport. Sure. Secondly, we put in that mental focus each week. Is it goal setting? Is it learning from failure? Is it pushing your limits? Is it fun? All these things, we pick a focus on the mental side, and then we focus on nutrition, carbs, proteins, eating real food, baking. Each week has a recipe. So this complete athlete elite team is now online. Plus, to make it fun, which is what Elite Team's all about, we have all these contests. You can win prizes. You send in videos. It's crazy. And so we are launching May 1st, 2 weeks. I'm on the gun. We filmed 3 months of exercises yesterday. I'm a little sore. So we're pretty excited. May 1st, we launched this program, and I think it's going to be great. It's what we need, I think, right now.
That is so cool. So what an amazing way to connect with, obviously such a wide variety of human beings, and, to really adapt into this time right now. I mean, that's incredible. So if one wants to get that content, right, they want to get the eliteteam.com or how does one discover that content?
The best way is eliteteam.com. I don't know if it's frontwards or backwards there. ELITEAM. It's kind of a cool word. ELITEAM.com. It has information about our camps, our new online projects, clinics. It's everything you need right there. And you can get a hold of me. Please email me. If you are hurting for what to do with your kids, I got plenty of ideas. So I'd love to see not only skiers, any athletes age 12 to U12 to U16. We love it.
Well, and I like the fact that it's kind of like in the sense you use the word camp, because it shows that there is going to be a lot of diversity and a lot of availability to just go do something that maybe you've never done before, right? That's what camp's all about. Like one day you're making pottery, the next day you're shooting rifles or whatever, So yeah. I think that is really incredible. What's one success that you've seen one of your students nail lately? Like, have you seen a student struggle with something recently and all of a sudden they just aha moment? What's one of those real quick?
You might have heard of her. Her name is Michaela Schifrin. She's a
Michaela. Yes, indeed.
Went to Elite Team.
Oh, you're kidding.
So it's been great to follow Michaela as she's gone, having one little piece of effect early on in her career. But you know what? I'm so amazed. Elite Teamers are these group of of people that just have this confidence to push their limits. And we have these people that fly wingsuits. We have Olympians. We've got coaches. I'm amazed. I've been doing it 28 years. You can imagine I run into people all the time. They're like, I went to your camp. It's so great.
Doug, we got 15 seconds left. So like Peter Graves, I'm going to let you sign us off. Give us your name. The name of the show is the 15 Minutes of Fame. And it's been great chatting with you about your elite team. Go ahead. Sign us off, Doug.
Thanks, everybody, for showing up for 15 Minutes of Fame. For Goldie B, I'm Doug Lewis. Get outside, push your limits, but please stay safe. We'll see you on the flip side.